How to read anyone instantly. You have probably wondered how things would be if you can read other people's minds. There are people who use their intuition to do this, but if you are not so perceptive, there is only one choice left: learning to read people's body language and cues. The ability to read others will greatly affect how you deal with people. Reading people is not just about what they say, but who they are. When you understand how another person is feeling, you can be confident that you can send your message to the other party in the best possible way. Logic alone won't tell you the whole story about anybody. You must give up the vital forms of information so that you can learn to read the important non-verbal intuitive cues that people give off. 55% of information can be pulled up through nonverbal communication, 38% from the tone of voice, and only 7% from what people say. To do this, you must also be willing to surrender any preconceptions, or emotional issues such as old resentments that might affect you from seeing someone clearly. Focusing on the objective to receive information is the key to reading people. People who read others well are trained to read the invisible. So, if you want to read people instantly, start using these psychological tricks. 1. Covering the mouth with a hand. The mouth guard is one of the few adult gestures that is as obvious as a child's. If the person's hand covering his or her mouth with his hand, the brain involuntarily instructs it to try to conceal the deceitful, or in other cases unintended, words that are being said. Sometimes this gesture is disguised by fake coughing, but its meaning remains the same. If the person is covering his or her mouth while talking, it indicates that he is telling a lie. However, if his or her mouth is covered with his hand while you are speaking, it indicates that he feels you are lying. 2. Strong voice. Strong voice is smooth, natural speech under pressure from contingency and emotion. Confident people usually have strong voices. In a meeting or conference, the most confident person is very likely to be the most powerful one. If a person has a strong voice, it may indicate that they are saying the truth, especially if he talks continuously without looking like he or she is thinking what to say. Identify the strong voice, and your chances for success increase dramatically. 3. Stroking the chin. Touching or stroking the chin is often a signal that the person is thinking hard. This might signify that the person is trying to make a decision. They might well be judging or evaluating something while looking down, up or side to side. 4. Closing the eyes. People who close their eyes when they talk to someone may be unusually insecure, hypersensitive, lacking confidence in what they're saying, afraid of other people's opinions. This can be a very subtle, unconscious behavior born from years of one's perception of approval or disapproval from others, maybe going way back into childhood. It might also be that indicating boredom with either the person or the conversation. Involuntarily closing of the eyes in a kind of "oh geez, no more" way. 5. Crossed arms. Crossed arms is the most common body language gesture that we come across in our everyday lives. Usually, a person feels threatened by a situation or person, they cross their arms over their chest, creating a hurdle that helps them protect their vital organs, the lungs and the heart. It might also indicate that the person listening is irritated by the person who's talking or something in the environment. It is a clear sign that a person is not feeling good about a certain thing. 6. Touching the neck. When people are insecure, troubled, scared, concerned, worried, or nervous, they covered or touched their neck. Men usually to grab their necks more firmly, or even massage their necks. While women inversely would do it more cautiously, using their fingers to cover a very specific area, the neck dimple just at the front of the neck where it meets the upper chest, more precisely termed the suprasternal notch. 7. Fixing the tie. Fixing a tie indicates substantial anxiety, concern, emotional discomfort, fear, worry or vulnerability. Fondling a necklace in this same area is a common female equivalent, although women in a similar emotional state will often touch this portion of their neck. It is highly recommended that leaders avoid this gesture and other manipulator, adapter, pacifier or map gesture in public. 8. Putting feet on the desk. The classic feet on the desk, hands behind the head pose indicates a strong power posture. It indicates strong leadership and possession. It's the symbolic meaning of a posture that influences the psychological experiences of individuals from different cultures. These expansive postures have both universal and culturally specific effects on people's thoughts, feelings and behavior. 9. Mounting a chair like a horse. We often see people doing this. While a lot of people are seeing this as a rude behavior due to the fact it looks like you are bored to death while listening to a conversation, it signifies dominance among people. This can be a very subtle, unconscious behavior that is being practiced at a very young age. 10. Rubbing hands. Hand rubbing indicates prediction or savoring something to come. Self-rubbing gestures used to dissipate stress, and being overly excited in forecast of something to come as a form of positive stress. 11. Hands behind the back. For many people, this hand position makes them feel totally uncomfortable when they are being looked at. It indicates an amount of confidence, as the front torso and vital parts are exposed. Oftentimes, men both young and old do this in order to feel comfort. While it is always better to show hands, this is perhaps the exception to the rule as far as hand confidence displays go. 12. Palms up. This usually indicates positive outcome to people, it's effective in making amends or closing a sale. It's like telling people to calm down and everything is okay. Combined with outstretched arms, it communicates acceptance, openness and trustworthiness. When done with a jerk way, it can mean resignation or admitting weakness or failure, as if to say, I have no idea or I failed. 13. Hands in pockets. People who put hands in their pockets indicates mistrust, unwillingness and hesitation. Reading these gestures can determine if a people is saying the truth or is hiding something. Intentionally use gestures that will get your message across, especially those that will help you build alliances and influence people. Do you notice and analyze these body languages? Tell us in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and hit that bell button to continually get updates from our channel.